Good evening, Gotham. It's Doell. Let's do that hard in. Boom. Hard in with Doell and Jay. I don't know where Lexi is. I think she's coming. I think. I just assumed she was. I guess I should have checked in. But I'm hoping she just pops in partway through and is like, oh, whoops. So that's on me. Jay, how are things?
Things are good.
Good.
Yeah, busy. Work's busy. Life's busy.
Right.
But it's getting to that holiday season. It's like this weird, crazy sprint, and I gotta, try and deflect crazy Christmas list items that my kids are. Well, actually, just one kid in particular is put on his list, and we're trying to navigate it. It's a difficult thing right now.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, we can get into it. But anyways, he's put this. He's calling the bluff, and he's put like an insanely expensive Lego set on his Christmas list.
Oh shit! Can we know which one it is?
Yeah. So have you seen? There's this Lego Titanic. It's like a $750 set.
Okay. Does it float?
No, it's just a really big freaking set. And I'm just like, dude, like that's out of Santa's budget. That's way out of my budget. I'm pretty sure that's out of Santa's budget. I don't know how the hell that's gonna happen.
Oh,
the level of nice you gotta be to be like that high on the nice list to pull that kind of change.
Yeah, why can't you ask for a PlayStation 5 like a normal kid?
Right? That would kind of like we generally, or just Santa generally tries to keep a $500 per kid budget for all the presents. So anyway, it's just tough times. Not really tough times. It's stupid, but whatever.
But whatever. But I do got to give a quick shout out. We're going to say quick hi to the chat before we get into this, because we do have some movie news before we get into our Christmas fun time. And it's going to be amazing. First person to get a shout out is our very first super chat on this channel, Jay. And you were here to witness it.
Wait, this is the first one ever?
First one ever from Matt Bush. Finally monetized. I don't know. I think the money's going to get sent to Lexi, who's not here. So congratulations, Lexi. When you get $5 in the mail.
Yeah, I think you can get the super chat stuff before 1,000 subscribers now. So yeah.
Yes. We're close. And we it's funny because you have to also have a certain amount of hours, and we destroyed the hours long before 1,000. It's really kind of funny. So thank you very much, Matt Bush. It's very generous of you. So thank you. But let's say hello to the rest of the chat who is here, and thank you for being here. Dorlaxian is here. Toy Geekosaurus, Charlie Weaver, Payne's Toy Samples, and Stanley's Toy Channel. I can't be reading both of you at the same time. Nolan is here. Derek Hoover, he's here. Jack Knight 73, Shiny Plastic People. That was an excellent dynamite. I absolutely agree with you on that one. That was awesome. Stanley Eberhardt is here. Toy Art Zach, how are you? Guns up. Well, I love it. I think Chad Stewart, the Deadheads. Yes, we're gonna do some. We're gonna look at some old wish books today as well. But I do want to do some just let's help everybody get the Christmas gifts we all want, and call the Christmas gifts everybody wants to give. Jordan Andrews is here. Thank you for being here, hanging out. Kayla Silva K, she is here as well. Studio Henge Kenton. I don't know where he's streaming or where he's watching from today. I think he was just in Japan, according to your Discord, Jay, on the Geek Dad Life Discord. I don't know if you pay attention to your viewers.
I do.
Oh my gosh. Yes, of course he does. Johnny Cock is here. Speaking of wonderful, wonderful people. Tony Taylor is here hanging out with us. Chenovo, Thunderhausen, or Thunderhouse Design. I like to call him Thunderhausen. Cougar McKillicuddy's here. Flash 739. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Charlie Weaver. Second one. $4.99. Thank you very much. Jay, stop it. John, this must be John listening. So thank you. Batboy versus my boy, Steve 3. He's got a good night off listening to Doell. Thank you very much for hanging out. I rarely see you here, so thank you. Thunderhausen, quick buck for the super sticker. Thank you very much. I guess I should set up some super stickers or something. I don't know what I am doing. Derek Hoover's other account, he's double dipping. Yesterday's podcast, $1.99. Fourth super chat. Yes, you did help. And thank you everyone for your generosity. Jay, also thank you for your generosity.
You're welcome.
There was movie news that broke today.
What kind? What happened? I missed it.
We got one casting announcement, one writer announcement. All right, so I'm gonna quickly get into it. Let's share this from Deadline. Sorry. I'm trying to navigate. Look at this BC Premium Liquor release. Clearly, they know that Steve 3 and I are watching.
Oh, those hazel eyes! Oh my goodness!
My goodness gracious, indeed.
Be still, my heart.
Yeah. All right. Payne's toy samples. Thank you very much for the generosity, Johnny Cock as well. Everyone's now using the super stickers I don't have. Curse you!
No, they're there. I think they're there. It's just this thing doesn't show them. So I'm looking at it on my computer. It was a hot dog was the sticker.
Oh, I like hot dogs.
And then the Thunder House was a peach. And yesterday's podcast had a number 1 on it. But
I gotta point this out because go ahead.
No, it's just StreamYard doesn't show it in the chat thing, but it's there in the chat for people that are in the YouTube chat.
Sorry, I'm new. This is my first time. Let me be. Chad Stewart is a question here, which I believe is also for Craig Goldberg. Ryan, did you finally get your package yet from me? Been close to 2 months since I sent it off. I'm going to say this. It is on the way. Craig takes a while. We usually like to... This is going to sound totally like... This is going to sound awful. It's going to sound like a humble brag. We usually wait until we're sending more things at the same time to lower the cost of shipping down. So that's usually why sometimes it takes 2 months. That and Craig doesn't have time to stop at the post office within all the Target runs that he has to do. It's just out of the way. But it's all good. But it's coming. It's coming. I'm looking very forward to it. I don't know what it is yet, Chad, but I'm super stoked. Allison Troy's here as well. Thank you for being here, hanging out. Thunderhausen. Oh my gosh, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. My mom was in Amazon with him studying spiders when she died. Oh.
Isn't that the plot to Arachnophobia? But no.
I think, yeah. So anyways, here we go. On Deadline, Superman Legacy, James Gunn's. This is what's going to... I think it's the animated monster show that's supposed to be kicking off everything.
Okay.
But let's face it, Superman Legacy is the one we're all waiting for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. So I am going to butcher this name because I am a white Canadian man. Superman Legacy sets Maria Gabriela de Friera to play villain the Engineer.
I think it's Faria. Faria?
Faria?
Gabriela de Faria.
Yes. I tried my best. I really did try my best.
Is she Italian? It looks Italian.
I think so. Let's see. Venezuelan.
Oh, Venezuelan. Okay.
Okay. There we go. So she is going to be playing the Engineer, who did not debut in DC Comics.
Oh.
The character, the Engineer, is from Wildstorm and from The Authority. And we do know that the Midnighter is going to be also part of that first wave of James Gunn universe shows or movies. So we know Midnighter's coming. So we do have characters from the Authority coming on to all this big DCU stuff. However, I think this is a very interesting choice. And I think this is a character that could lead to other characters coming in, nudge, nudge, such as Steel.
Sure.
Have you heard of? First off, I know you haven't read comics in a long time. Am I
No,
correct
the
in that
only
assumption?
modern comic I read is Saga.
Right. By the way, folks, add that to your Christmas giving list. Saga is amazing. All right.
So good.
I'm just trying to think where I was going with this. So with modern comics, yeah. So it's like this would lead into more like the more modern stuff that we're getting.
Yeah.
And he seems to be really leaning more towards that too with Supergirl, which we're going to get into in a moment as well, because they announced their writer.
Yeah.
So to bring in Authority, this kind of like, I guess it's early. Like there was a lot. I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but like Green Lantern's supposed to appear in Superman and like all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It should be, I don't know. I find it really interesting that they're bringing in somebody and a character that is not just from the Superman mythos.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'm kind of reading it as like, it's a character that'll be in it, but it's probably not the main character, the main bad.
Right. Because here's another good point too, right? And this is another thing I was about to bring up. And even James Gunn has been like kind of hard on not on deadline, but on headlines, calling her a villain, because he's even kind of made a tweet being like, are you sure she's a villain?
Yeah.
Like, so the Engineer turned heel because the Engineer is part of the Authority, as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
So it should be really interesting to see where this character is going to fit in, how they're going to bring, like, is this going to be our introduction? Is she going to be our introduction to Midnighter? I don't know. I think this is kind of exciting in its own, just because now we're getting that casting news we've been kind of like waiting for.
Pieces are falling, we're moving towards a thing eventually happening.
On the Marvel side, Kang Dynasty canceled. It's done. It is done. I think we all saw that coming a mile away.
I know. I mean, just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's been in Animal Control and the Moody's. Again, this is great for James Gunn to be doing this, because he's going to cast people we probably don't even know really who they are.
Yeah, and there's something to that where I especially in a role like or any type of superhero thing, I think having actors that can just kind of play it without any of that, not baggage, but pulling in any of like their star persona and just lets them play the role. So I think Gunn knows what he's doing. Trust in Gunn. In Gunn we trust.
In Gunn we trust.
I definitely in a two-end Gunn, not just Gunn. Gunn. We trust.
Correct. Yes. But no, so to me this is exciting. So we'll go on from that, and then from Superman news to Supergirl news. We have a writer, according to Hollywood Reporter. And again, I think even Attack. Oh my God. Okay, how did you? Oh my God. Okay, where did you get these dumb gimmicks from? Is this part of
it's this thing in the new Mac OS where you can use your iPhone as a webcam, and it gives you all these little tools you can use.
Oh my God. Are we all doing that? I think we're all gonna have to do that now.
Yeah, because I have an iPhone 12. It's not the most recent iPhone, but
but that's it. We're all doing it now. It's gonna be the next toy tube.
It's Craig's fault. He told me about it, so I was like, that's pretty cool.
You know what? I blame Craig for a lot of things, but I don't blame him for this. We do have a DC movie, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, finds its writer, and again, I am going to butcher more names. Anna Naguria?
I just Nagira, I would probably
Nagira?
think.
Thank
Nagira.
you. Nagira. Ask this chat. Jay, if you've ever watched this show, there'll be like a famous celebrity. I will never get the name right.
I'm not
I'm
perfect, but
surprised
I
even
was
say James Gunn right.
I was an announcer for ice skating competitions. So I would be like, and next up, so and so, so and so. And there's just so many, it's such a diverse thing. So I had to like learn all these different types of pronunciations of different last names from different nationalities and stuff.
Oh, see, maybe we should all take that.
Hey, it's where I got my start talking in a microphone.
Yeah. Well, just to be clear, though, Toy Anxiety and Gotham City Tonight is not a news source. We are just a hangout source. I just want to make that.
We're more of a good hang.
We're more of a good hang. That's what it is. So I hope everyone has your favorite soda, your tea, your coffee, your boozery, your drink of choice. And I hope you're all sitting back
a little bourbon
and enjoy hanging out with Jay and I as we talk about Supergirl. So yes, Woman of Tomorrow, standalone. So she was an actress in, I think, Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
This is kind of like her first, like, she has written other stuff, but this is her first big thing. And again, it's one of these things. If James Gunn and the crew, if they're on board,
yeah,
and if they trust her, I have no reason not to. In fact, everybody starts somewhere. And, if she's already, I'm talking in circles. She's gonna kill it, folks.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the greatest Supergirl movie of all time. Not that the bar is high at the moment, but I think this is going to be, I don't know. Again, excited.
We've never had, since the 80s, we haven't had a Supergirl movie, right?
No, just the TV show.
Yeah,
the CW show, which was good actually. Like,
it was. What's the actress's name? She was really sweet. I met
Melissa Benoist.
Benoit or Benoit or something like that. Yeah, she was really sweet. She at Comic-Con one year we stayed on the same floor in the same hotel, so we kept running. And she had the cutest little dog, and she was really nice to Zach and interacted.
That's really sweet. Yeah. I like hearing that. My niece really liked the show too. I don't know if you guys can see this headline up here. Pedro Pascal circling Fantastic Four to play Reed Richards.
Everybody's going to play Reed Richards. That's ridiculous.
Okay, do you know who should play Reed Richards? Dan Larson from Secret Galaxy. He should play Reed Richards.
Agree. Dan's a good actor.
He is and he speaks with such great articulation that I could believe he is the smartest man in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, 100%.
So I already 100% buy it. That's who they should be going to. If he doesn't have an agent, which I'm sure he must by now, they should be calling him up.
I would be shocked if he didn't. I'm going to ask him. Like, Dan, do you have an agent? I'll text him real quick.
I wish he watched this show.
He may. He may pop in the chat right now. Or he may send you a message afterwards.
Correct. But I think, but imagine this. You've got Dan Larson as Mr. Fantastic. Imagine a flashback scene with Dr. Doom. They're in college together. And that Dr. Doom was played by Henry Cavill. Dan Larson and Henry Cavill in the same room.
That might be too much handsome on one screen.
It might be too much handsome, and also that's a lot of dork. Like, that's a room that is a room that would out geek everybody. Right? So that's how I'm feeling too. Here's Doell Axian's got it. I don't know. John Hamm would play either a very good Doom or Richards. The thing with Doom is he is a very good looking man.
Yeah.
Who's just really hard on himself. Don't ever let Billie Eilish tell you that men don't get commented about their looks, because they do, and we hear it. And then when we hear it, we wear masks, and then we become dictators and take over.
Yeah, I think that's the main difference, though. If we're talking about men and women, it's like women hear that shit all the time. If men get told, it's like, I'm going to become a super villain.
That's it.
Because fuck the world. Burn it all.
Right? God. But how great would it be?
It's Billie Eilish, by the way.
That's it. Thanks. I wouldn't know. I'm not a Zoomer. I don't know who these people are.
I love Billie Eilish. I think she's really good.
Actually,
Her and
she
her
is good.
brother, like the brother I think writes the music. She does the lyrics and the
Oh,
singing.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you I don't know how to pronounce anyone's name, but you are correct. Her last album I did listen to the whole way. I like her. This is gonna. I don't want to stir up any controversy.
Careful.
I like her more than Taylor Swift. I do. Though, if
Actually,
Taylor Swift plays Dazzler,
can I co-sign that? Because I also agree. I like her better than Taylor Swift.
Right, but I want Taylor Swift to play Dazzler in X-Men.
Sure, but just Swifties out there, I still like Taylor Swift. I still like Taylor Swift.
Yep, we still love her.
We love Taylor Swift.
Yep, I wish she was dating a climate control scientist.
I don't care who she's dating. I think whoever she's dating is the right person that she should be dating.
But also, Taylor. Okay, I know Taylor Swift is watching this on the replay. Okay,
it's not her you got to worry about. It's them Swifties. Okay,
it's them Swifties, right? But I'm just saying, Taylor Swift needs to kind of like maybe not change her lyrics to her current boyfriend. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't do it. It's just gonna come back and bite you in the ass later. I'm just letting you know. It's not my. I'm just saying.
Sure.
From experience, when we've all kind of changed our personality to whoever we're dating at the time before things get too serious, it's bad news. But do you hear this?
Oh. Yeah.
We got some Christmas music because next week is Dirty American Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Politics, religion, and turkey. That's what it's all about during American Thanksgiving.
Oh, man. I get to be at my in-laws for this Thanksgiving, and they're all awful. Oh, it's going to be great.
Dude, you're going to have the best time. Because if you play nice, Colleen's going to let you keep that Batmobile Power Wheels that you buy.
Oh, she's over it. She's like, okay, whatever.
Okay. Well, that's fine. It's only $100 anyway.
I think it was $100. Yeah, so it was $100. So it wasn't like, oh, Jay, you spent $1,000 on something we don't need. It's like, it was $100. It's more of a space thing, and it's nestled in the nethers of my garage.
Space danger is a real thing.
It is.
I'm glad to the point recognized
where I am getting ready to either just bring a whole like boxes and boxes to John's shop just to clearance it out, or Colleen wants to sell it all individually. But I was like, I don't think I have the time.
Look at this, Taylor Swift. I like this.
But,
see, I could see that.
But okay, what was your stance on the Batmobile? I can bring up pictures outside of the.
Oh, sure.
If you like.
But yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about this. So Jay went to
Batman related.
You went to the toy show. You guys seem to have a toy show every month. Is this what it is?
So this company Inside Pitch, they do 6 toy shows a year.
Oh, God, that's a lot.
So there's 3 that are like sports card and toy show combos, and there's 2 that is like toy show only. But the guy that has owned and run this show for over a decade sold it, and this was his last show. He's also a collector. And the last day I noticed at the front where people could go in and buy tickets, there was this beauty of a 1991 Batman Returns Batmobile Power Wheel.
Amazing.
And I'd only seen images of them in like wish books or whatever. I'd never seen one in real life before.
Right.
And
I kind of forgot it existed, to be honest.
I kind of did too. I've always had the DeLorean one in my mind because I think the same company did a Back to the Future one for 1989. And but still, like I saw, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen one of these before. And I assumed it was just there for show. You know, it's a good showstopper. Come look at this cool 89 Batmobile. It's massive. It's like,
while you're here, check out my $1 bin under the table.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Right.
and it's twice the size probably of what a Hot Toys one. It's big. It's a Power Wheel size
Well, yeah, it's meant
Batmobile.
for like you if you wanted to, like if honestly, like this should have been a red flag from the get-go. The fact that she didn't get excited and want to make out with you while inside of it, I feel like that's kind of like a missed opportunity.
um, like, well, no, Colleen never would. Luckily, she wasn't there, or she would have said no. She's like, "No, you idiot."
Because that hood's big enough for you guys to like lie down on it.
Yeah, we could probably make out on it. Yeah, for sure. But it's probably it would be just about the same, maybe a little bit shorter than a USS Flag. It's big. So I have no space for it in a toy room or anything. It would probably just be something that's in a garage, and I look at it every now and then and appreciate it. Go ahead.
Sorry. Are you going to? Because you used, I think one of the things there too. It didn't have the correct steering wheel.
Yeah, so the wheel itself is the right wheel, but the little center console I think broke, so they kind of kit bashed a replacement. The thing is, it's so rare. There's only one on eBay right now. They're asking $750 for it, so I'm not going to find that part. So I can maybe custom make a better steering wheel, but at the end of the day, I just think it looks cool. The stickers are still good. So I'll keep it in nice shape, and maybe eventually.
Doesn't look cracked or anything. Like it looks really.
I mean, there's scuffs. Like it was clearly used by a kid, but it wasn't destroyed. You know, so these things can get just totally trashed.
You know you should do. You should create the base for it so that it looks like when the Penguin was using the small rideable one when he was taking control of the Batmobile.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right, with the little TV screen on the side and
yeah,
it's
a really good idea.
I think that's the way to do it.
Well, what I love is like the inside. Hold on. Like it has the Gotham Zoo like on the little map thing on the inside.
I love that.
And then just the back of it's cool as well.
Yep, I think that dude. This is so cool. I would have. Died.
So when the guy was like, "It's $100," I was like, "Fuck you! It's not $100." And he's like, "No, for real, it's $100." I was like, and it's for sale. I could give you $100 right now, and it's mine. That's what you're saying,
right?
And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Done." I had because like people paying cash. I had just a big wad of cash, and I was like, "Doop, doop, doop, doop." And then I was like, "Here we go," and I just walked back and I put it back on my little booth.
I love it, dude. I love it. That is that is the coolest thing. All right, let's Thanksgiving. I actually got a quick Christmas question before we go in. Do you decorate before or after Thanksgiving?
Colleen does not believe in decorating before Thanksgiving.
That's good. She's a good woman.
I would be fine with it now. So we're kind of in a transitory period. Last weekend, all the Halloween stuff came down because Colleen's favorite holiday is Halloween. So we kind of have this Halloween Christmas because I love Halloween, but Christmas is my favorite. So we're in transitory right now. We're starting to get things out for Christmas, but we won't get our tree until after Thanksgiving.
Ooh, so you go real tree.
We are kind of stupid. We have a fake tree. We have a big fake tree for all of our like family ornaments.
Right.
And like our fun nerdy Hallmark ornaments, just like all just the more bric-a-brac ornaments, just a bit of everything. Right. And then we get a real tree for like to be like a themed tree. Like our fancy tree is a real tree. And then Alex, our youngest, started a tradition of getting a baby tree. So then we get a baby real tree that he decorates for himself.
Oh, well, at least he's got his own.
We're weird. So we have three trees. We have a big fake one with our family ornaments. We have a fancy real one, and then we have a baby tree.
Gosh, you must live in a mansion.
It's a decent sized house, but it's not a mansion.
If it's a house these days, it's a mansion.
It's we've owned our home for a while. We got lucky. It's a big old or it's a 70s contemporary ranch, all open floor concept kind of thing.
That's awesome. I totally dig that. So okay. I think the thing I'm trying to lead into is Then we have to start thinking about Christmas stuff. This is what this episode's all about, getting
Yeah.
Christmas ideas. There's
Can
toy
I
drives
say
that
I
are
was
going to be
prepared with
coming.
your wish book thing?
Were you?
So, in preparation, I went and bought a stack of vintage Toys R Us wish books.
Dang, right? Do you know what? I tried looking at the Sears ones, the big Sears wish books.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Those are going for like $150 to
They
$200.
expensive.
They are expensive.
This
I
one's
had no
from
idea.
1999 Toys R Us.
All right, that's an okay year.
It's an all right year. But this one range, it's mostly 90s. Oh, here's a good one right here. How about this Toys R Us guide, baby?
Ooh. Okay.
Look at this douche. What is that face like? I got a fucking Nabooian Starfighter.
Hey kid, you like that?
Yeah.
You like that?
You don't fucking have one.
Dude, that's how we look now on like our shows when we do our recent pickups. Like, hey, look at our N1.
Here's a JC Penney catalog. Man, like the Phantom Menace stuff was nuts. How about I want to find these sheets right here, the Pod Racer sheets. Saboba on there.
Dude. So good. I can hear those bed sheets. I bet they would feel so good to piss in.
Good ass shit right there.
I love it. So I have to actually thank this guy right here, Battle Armor Dad. Because I actually was stealing a lot of the photos from his Twitter account. Because he's got all the scans and stuff and these pictures and stuff. So I had to find some just online.
Do they really go for $150?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Okay. All right.
It depends on the year, right? Like if it's the 80s, crazy expensive.
Damn, I should have bought more of them when they were like $5.
Never even thought about it. I was like, it's one of those things when I worked at Sears back in 99, and because there's like the catalog pickup area, they had like the shelf of like from 1950s all the way to like 2000 to 99 when I was working there.
Yeah.
Of all of the catalogs, you could just go back there and it was like a library archive.
Oh, that's cool.
It was that's where I would just go spend my breaks. I would just grab one of those and go, G.I. Joe. Right? I would do shit like that. Right? What year's that?
This is, I think this is 94 or 95. 1994, Toys R Us, the big toy book.
So I bet you there's some Spider-Man in there. And some
I bet you're probably right.
It's probably some Batman Forever might be in there too.
Should we check? Do you want to look?
I
don't know. Where do you want to go with this? I don't know. I brought all these out just in case.
David Cabell, $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Ryan, going to see Jim Lee. Any tips? Just be cool, be nice. Just bring the stuff that you love to get signed, and expect your line to go very, very fast. So whatever you're gonna ask or say to Jim Lee, make it quick, make it brief, because they'll just push you through while he's still talking. I've seen it happen. It happened to me. Yeah.
No.
Well, I mentioned a name and I was like, hey, I was at the studio, letting him know I was at the DC offices, and then I said how nice they are. Like, it's so incredible. And he's just like, oh, who do you know there? And I dropped a name of who got me the tour. And he's like, how do you know him? And the guys were like trying to like pull me away. And I felt bad because he's still trying to talk to me. And there's other people are like waiting now to talk to him. And I'm just like, oh no, I didn't realize this was going to like turn into a thing. So, again, just bring what you love. Jim's the nicest guy. He really is a nice guy. So I've met all the Image founders. They're fantastic. All right, let's go to you first. Let's before we talk about what we want, and you know what, we can drop some ideas along the way. Are you going to be ready? Do you need a moment?
There we go. I don't know.
There's your soundboard. Look at that keyboard. Here we go.
All right, we're gonna do this. Okay, so you said you think there'll be Spider-Man?
Spider.
Spiderman?
I think definitely there's going to be some Toy Biz. There, 94. There has to be some Toy Biz at that point.
All right, hold on. I think it's zoom in the camera a little bit. Let's go a little bit. Oh, wait,
Ooh,
no.
Look at this.
Yeah.
God, you're so fancy. I can't handle the amount of fancy happening here.
All right, here we go.
Battle Armor Dad, I need to track down more 90s catalogs for the millennials. The catalogs that are the era are unfortunately smaller and less impressive. You're correct, but they're still cool. Oh yeah, Stanley's Toy Channel. Batman the Animated Series figures. Oh, I think
look at that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I gotta flip this camera.
You
This
gotta
isn't
flip
the
it
right
upside
way.
down. You gotta look at it upside down.
No, hold on. I think if I go the camera, if I go this way, I think that.
Coupons, unused coupons, hundreds of dollars could have been saved, Jay.
$600 and something. All right, there we go. Okay.
I'm
Mighty
loving this.
Max. Come on.
Did you ever get any of these, Mighty Max?
I had this one.
Okay.
And then I had the big play set, that mountain play set. But I didn't have that one. And I had, the smaller ones too.
Right. So I never had any because I was at that, because by this time I was like, what year is this? 94. So 14, 15.
94.
And if I was going to be buying toys at that age,
yeah,
they had to be like X-Men.
Didn't we have these Power Gladiators? I didn't have that.
What is a Power Gladiator?
I don't know. Does anybody know in the chat?
If anyone has had a Power Gladiator, are those like little wind-up robots? 2 radio-controlled robots do
like
battle
BattleBots
with awesome weapons. Dude, awesome weapons.
Yeah. That's
something
cool.
you'd totally go to your mom with and go, but Mom, they got awesome weapons.
Coupon savings number 3.
Number 3. Incredible. I love it.
And then Vacman, I never had him, but he looked cool in the commercials. Vacman. Stretch Armstrong.
I do remember again, I see this is this is the transitional age of going from like collecting, from playing to collecting. Yeah. And again, like when it came to like the micro stuff like Mighty Max, I skipped all that and went straight to Star Wars.
That was probably the
Star Wars.
Actually, Mighty Max is cool.
If I could have one Mighty Max set, it would be the skull, that purple skull that opens up and it's like the Frankenstein lab.
Yes. And it's not really purple. It's kind of a grayish purple.
It's kind of it's not.
It's a great set. Okay, this might have been your alley. The Micro Machines, Star Wars, the heads.
Yep, I have. So, as a teenager, I did get 2 of them for Christmas because my parents knew I was so big into Star Wars. I got the Darth Vader in the center there that opens up to be the Cloud City carbon freezing chamber, and the R2-D2 that folds open to be the Rancor pit. Good stuff.
And these little sets, I had this
Death Star
one.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Z-Bots I didn't really do, but I know they show up.
Do they still show up at the convention?
They show up at toy shows and stuff. I see them.
RC
cars always big, but I think I did one of these on my channel. I think we forget how popular RC cars were.
Oh, especially like, dude, we had crazy gimmicked ones too. Like by the time the early 90s hit, there was like monster trucks that had tiger paws coming out of the wheels. Like
the claw. And this one triple wheel, so it could like flip and still work. And this one too. This one flips and keep going. The jackknife.
Right, dude. We love a good gimmick.
I think I had this. I think my uncle got me this, and I was like, I don't really want a fire truck. A little too old for it, but it was a nice fire truck.
But it'd be a cool fire truck if it was a Ghostbusters fire truck.
Here we go.
Oh, look at all this. There it is. Daily Bugle.
Yep.
Dude, I'm gonna try and get this play set next year. That's on my
That's a good one.
Right. I know Steve 3 is also, I'm trying to get him into collecting more shit he does not need. But he did start getting the Micro Machines last Halloween. So when we were both in Toronto, we went to Treehouse Collectibles.
Yeah.
And I peer pressured him slightly. It didn't take much, to be honest. I shouldn't say it was pressure. It was more of a, dude, how cool is this fold open Stormtrooper head? You love Stormtroopers. You should get this.
You need this.
Dude, you need this. And he got it. And his wife was there too, and he got away with it. So obviously it was all right.
That's the best. That's the best.
Such a good feeling.
I got this Batmobile, but I got it clearance at KB a few years later. I think I got this at KB in like 97 or 98 for like $5 or something like that.
I received as a gift the Ninja Force one, which is neon
the
green.
yellow. Oh, that's right.
The neon yellow. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Which I opened here on this channel. So if you want to watch me unbox it, you can totally go back and do this. Oh, Attack Peter is here. Hey, Mr. Attack. Hello. Good evening.
But yeah, the G2 Megatron. Okay, now have you ever partooketh of Stargate action figures?
No, I didn't. But there was because I'm at that stage where it's like it's got to be X-Men, it's got to be Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to trickle into anything else. But don't think those Stargate figures never crossed my mind because again, for those who don't know, I love Kurt Russell. And this goes back to like the John Carpenter days, being a kid. I wasn't watching Thing as a kid, but I was definitely watching Big Trouble in Little China on repeat. Kurt Russell is hands down one of my favorites. And I love Stargate because again, he's in it and it's awesome.
A great movie. I saw it in theaters. I saw that movie in theaters. My dad and I went. It blew my mind. I was like, what? It just seems so freaking again, I was a kid, so just like from my little brain, I was like, what? The pyramids were aliens or whatever the fuck the whole.
And I do believe I actually thought Stargate was a documentary. but it is super cool.
You had a reuse of a G.I. Joe Striker, Striker.
Yep.
For their car. You had this cool kind of what you call them?
Well, the name's right there, Stargate.
Mastage. But what's the elephant thing from Star Wars? Why am I blanking?
That is not a bantha.
But I'm saying kind of is a kind of bantha-ish. It's a big woolly creature. But
right?
At a toy show, this gentleman had all the figures, the vehicles, everything. For like $40, and I bought it all.
Oh my! Yes, thank God.
A whole complete line.
Right,
but I don't have it displayed. It's in a box somewhere. I had it displayed for a little while in this Expedit, but it has not been out since.
Escape from New York, Steve 3.
But yeah,
I agree.
Anything else in here that you find interesting? The Batmobile, Lost at Sea.
Let's look at those Batman figures for a bit. Those are the Legends of Batman figures because this is, after all, this is a DC show. I try to make it a DC show, but we always get into Star Wars and Marvel somehow. They're all adjacent. I never liked these figures when they first came out. I didn't appreciate them until I got older.
I hated them so much.
The future Batman, swashbuckler Batman. Then all the villains were just like the normal villains, but we also got like Pirate Joker, Pirate Two-Face, Pirate Batman. I didn't appreciate them till I got older, where I was like, these are amazing, but they have let me try that again. This was Kenner / Hasbro's reply to Spawn.
Yep, exactly.
100%. The sculpted capes, the big poses, but the articulation, that meant nothing.
Exactly.
You put them out of if you pose them slightly out of what they were meant to look like, they look they were dumb. Yeah, like terrible. I appreciate them now because they look great in the package.
Yeah.
But I think as far as like a playability toy for kids, because Spawn to me still kind of felt like, yeah, like Todd didn't quite know if it was for kids or
Yeah.
are these cool statues, are these cool toys for adults to have in their lawyer's office? You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
he still didn't quite know. And the fact that they were trying to answer to that as if kids were buying, again, toy companies didn't quite realize who was buying the toys either.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it was a transitional stage kind of for everybody because, yes, as kids became collectors,
Yeah.
kids were still buying toys.
Yep.
And the companies didn't know how to react to who was buying what. So it was really, it's quite the interesting transitional growing pains that everybody was going through, including ourselves, because we were still we still go through this. Do you feel that? Like where it's like, I still feel like us as toy collectors go through these growing pains because it's like we want a Kenner style action figure.
Yep.
But we also still expect it to look like a hot toy.
Yep.
And we still expect it to be $2.99.
Yeah.
Like it's really like I still feel like us as toy collectors still don't know what we want.
Yeah.
Because
no, you're right.
We want Super 7 style real Ghostbusters, but we also want real Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Like it's like we are dumb and we don't know. That's what it comes down to. Derek Hoover brings up a good toy line here too. Do you have mixed emotions as I do about Total Justice? I know he's talking to Quip. I actually really like the Total Justice figures a lot.
For all of these, I like them now. I hated them at the time because I was a Superpowers fan, and and by extension, the Toy Biz superheroes, DC superheroes.
Correct.
And so when I saw and really Batman the Dark Knight collection and the Batman Returns toy line and Batman the Animated Series toy line continued that superpowers, scale and approach. So really this was the first of this, McFarlaneized DC, and I hated it. But now in a world where but the reason I hate it is like, well, I still want figures in that style because I don't have every single one, but now I can get the old superpowers-y type stuff, and I can have this. Like there's no limit to anything that I can get. So like I appreciate them for what they are now.
Right. And I got a question too. Like, how do you feel about the new Marvel line? And I know that they're doing a new 5 POA line for Star Wars. But there's that new Marvel line that came out. They've got that X-Men 5-pack for X-Men 97. They've been doing ones for Spider-Verse. They've been doing ones for Guardians of the Galaxy. How do you feel about those toys?
I don't like them, and my kids don't like them.
Interesting. Okay.
Because I think there's something to the scale. They loved the Fright Features Ghostbuster figures scale, which is like it's a more old school Kenner 80s scale of that 4.5 inch.
Right.
And they've liked the Motu Origins scale better. I think those scales are more fun to play with. The thing with like the 3 3/4 inch that makes it good is either your G.I. Joe and the articulation is really cool with O-ring, plus the vehicles and play sets, or your Star Wars at 3 3/4 inch, and you have a bunch of vehicles and play sets, which makes those figures fun. But with X-Men and these Marvel things, like there's nothing to play with them, and it kind of defeats the purpose of the 3 3/4 inch scales. It's not as fun just to play with those figures like it is with the more Kenner style 4.5 or Mattel.
But we are getting like the Blackbird jet, right? Like we are getting vehicles with this stuff.
Yeah, but I have that jet. It's not great.
It's not great. Let's just call it like it is. It is not that great. I actually don't mind the figures, but
the figures are fine. They're just I don't know, like with that scale, you want playsets and vehicles, and
and I'm with you on this too. Which is why I wish that Superpowers would just do it. Like they're doing all these cool vehicles. Like, how do you kids feel about Superpowers? Do they care?
They don't care. 'Cause they're not really into DC characters so much right now. But if
Right.
they do get into it at some point, I think they will. Because Alex has shown interest. He's been into Superman, but that's kind
Okay.
of past. But if he gets back into Superman and Batman and them, I'm sure they would like those figures.
So this is where I bring this up. Not only because are we talking about like ideas for Christmas, but I also kind of feel like I think the one thing toys is missing today for kids is, and I bring this up anytime I can. I know I just talked about it on Toy Anxiety as well. And I wish Turtles would kind of do it again as well. And it's that like Hydro Claw Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just think we need that to make not just like we need that to make a comeback just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I think us, even as collectors, like we still want that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like we want our basic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But we also want the weird shit too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But anyways, let's so while saying that, we're going to recommend for kids Motu Origins for your kids, even though that's nothing to do with anything on this channel. Right? But we're going to bring all that up. Is that Toy Biz T&G? Not Toy Biz, Playmates.
But let's
Deep
wait, let me go zoom in. Where's the zoom? There we go. This is great. Like I can move around the camera. Like I don't even have to like touch the camera.
Yeah, see? You got to do more of these kind of videos. These
All
are
right.
great.
Let's see. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. I don't remember. I've had this guy before.
Well, this is the case of everything that was remotely close to a Power Ranger in Japan, bring it over.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Right?
Did anybody have
Beetleborgs?
these?
If anyone here in the chat is a big
Did
Samurai Squad, Cyber Squad fan,
this guy kind of looks like Optimus Prime. He's like a mix between like Transformers and Power Rangers.
isn't that kind of, aren't they all kind of that?
That's true. or yeah.
Like Voltron.
I remember the first time I saw the commercial for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and me being a hipster soul, even in my, tween years, I was like, they just ripped off Voltron. Like, is it live action Voltron? What is this? And then I watched, I was like, this is amazing. I love it.
Quip's coming in hot. He had those. Servo was his favorite.
Okay.
Johnny Cock. He had
There you
Superhero Samurai Cyber Squad toys. Stanley's Toy Channel had minifigures. Gosh.
Okay, there you go.
There we go. Look at that.
We got some Exo Squad love.
Oh yeah, dude. Those always caught my eye too, but I never, again, because I was just at that age.
I had Exo Squad. I had this one, and I had the main good guy. I didn't have this one, but I've been slowly piecing together a Exo Squad collection, and it's pretty nice. I still have some other pieces I really want, but Exo Squad's a great toy line.
Dude, we're bringing it back.
And then I love TNG. I love Voyager. As a kid, I thought Deep Space Nine was super boring, but I'm sure it's great. I just never liked Deep Space Nine.
It's funny because people that have jumped onto Star Trek late, as adults, love Deep Space Nine.
Right? I feel like it was the grown-up one, but as a kid, I was like, I don't want the boring grown-up one. I want freaking,
I want adventure, excitement.
Exactly.
Social, political climate. That's what I want.
So I respect that probably Deep Space Nine is the best, but just as a young person growing up, it was like TNG and then Voyager for me. But
yeah, Battle Armor Dad makes a good point here too. The Playmates toys at the height of their
absolutely
powers. Agreed. Right, Zach? Deep Space Nine is the business.
The business.
Right. It's ass, as we would say on Toy Anxiety.
Because can I just say I it's so sad that Tyco doesn't make these fucking insane slot cars anymore, because this is so, I would buy this today if it was on a toy shelf for my kids.
What, you're telling me slot cars have gone the way of the dinosaurs?
I think they still do slot cars, but they're not insane like this.
Dude,
I don't think.
What slot car did you have as a kid? remember?
I had, it was similar to this one. So I was from a divorced family. So on my dad,
A
he
broken
had
home.
a broken home, if you will. But he had this one with the one that went up against the wall. I don't know if it was his exact one. There was a lot of versions of the one where it would go up the wall. But
Right.
we had one along the lines of this. Because in
Okay.
California, I'm sure they had them everywhere, but especially in Southern California, there was a big slot car culture, but they were bigger. They were like this big. And
Whoa.
so it was amazing. They don't really have them anymore, but even when I was young, you could go and you would bring your slot car and then you would go race against people. It was awesome. But these little
That's
ones.
super cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And you would go in and you'd have this, like, everyone would have their like case and they'd open it up and they'd put their car on the track and they have a little controller. It was awesome.
Let's bring that back.
I really wish they would. The last one left San Diego in like 1999 or 2000 or something. And it was so sad when it was gone.
That's so cool. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the one that I had as a kid.
Okay.
So mine was a Transformers one, and the slot cars could transform. So they could like race kind of standing up with the arms out. The cars glow in the dark, and so did the lines on the track. They also glowed in the dark.
Whoa.
So my dad used to I think my dad was more stoked about it than I was, right? Like, it's kind of funny. Like, we always think about our parents as like not interested in this stuff.
Yes, but
I honest to God think my parents were big into Motu, and they were just living through me.
Yep. Yeah.
Because they loved all the skulls. Like, I got all the villains, man. They were all into that skulls and that spooky shit. And I remember my dad would come in and he would only set it up at night, obviously.
Yeah.
And he would hold the car up to the light, like hold the cars up to the light,
and
then put them on the track and then shut off the lights and then want to play. So
That's
I think
amazing.
my dad was I think he was just as into it as I was. And it was awesome. So it's one of those.
Oh, 100%.
It's one of those really, really cool memories of, I think one of the cars, I think my dad still has one of the cars. It is, but it was so cool because I still remember seeing that thing glow up. Yes, damn. Dolan is perfect. Yeah, here it is. This is before I had the Castle Eternia, by the way. Did your parents have a van with a barbarian lady painted on the side of it? You know what? I would not put it past my parents, and it was always one of those things I always wanted as an adult. I always wanted the woman on the side of the cliff with the Saturn and the planets on the side with a polar bear, and she'd be like there protecting, right? Like, so
of course.
So cool. I would love to have that. Right? I would love to have that. All right. What else we got in this thing? And
I think that's it for action figures. We got this cool Nerf air blasters thing.
We should start a rollerblading club.
Yeah. Can we just talk about it's 1994 peak rollerblade?
Think about it though. $45 in 1994 was.
That was actually, yeah. That's probably like $150.
Right? And now we spend like $100 like it's $5 today. Like it's
I had whatever, these are my first roller skates. I had these.
Oh, you were a Fisher Price roller skate kid?
Yeah, did you have these? I feel like every kid started with these. You didn't have these?
No.
Oh. These I had.
I did not.
But an earlier version. It's like a more modern version. But I have whatever the 80s equivalent was.
Lower your hand down. Lower that finger down. Look at the bot. Like, no, down one more. There's the equivalent for rollerblades.
Yeah, I didn't have that because I was chicken shit. I needed the 4 wheels, baby. I needed them 4 wheels.
Right, to relax it. I had the A-Team slot car set. That'd be awesome.
Quip had these black and purple ones. He says the street inline skates $44.99.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, here we go. Moon shoes. Did you ever have these?
No, but I knew people that did.
I had friends that had them. I never had them either.
Did they work good? Did you ever try them?
I did once. It was all right. It was all right. I feel like some people had this Little Tykes basketball set.
Yeah. Again, see, I didn't have the perfect childhood, folks. I didn't have that either.
Yeah. Oh man, I never
Right.
noticed. I haven't read all of these, but
Is that a
what?
Harley Davidson bicycle?
Yeah, isn't that sick? That is
God, you would have.
that. Fuck, $239 in 1994. We gotta do the math on this one. Hold
Dude, it
on.
doesn't matter because those were all the kids of Hell's Angels, and they all got it.
Inflation calculator. God, what is that?
What do you mean? What is that?
So
Inflation.
1994.
Yeah.
Was it 239?
240. Just put 240.
240. Okay. Let's calculate $500 in today's money. That's but you know what though? The Titanic my kid wants is still fucking $250 more than that.
That's true.
Oh, speaking of Power Wheels.
Dude, do you have the catalog from 92 by chance?
Maybe. What was in 92? What was 92?
That was Batman Returns.
Oh shit. I'd have to dig.
Quickly
man.
dig. I'll start going through the Sears Wishbook stuff. Put that one
go
away.
ahead, do your Sears Wishbook. Go.
All right. And hang on. I am going to present. All right. Window.
But Talk Boy 29.99.
We're at the peak of look at that in the old board games. Crocodile Dennis, come on.
Gator Golf.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead.
Here's a bunch of pages I stole because guess what? You can't afford to get real Sears wish books in your life anymore. This is from 1992. I just wanted to pull up they always had the page with the sleeping bags and the little nap forts for kids.
Yes. I didn't have that one. I think I had the real Ghostbusters one.
Again, never had any of those. I don't think my parents were just like, no, you've got enough junk.
Yeah, it was so cheapo. It would break apart in no time.
Right. Have you ever seen the guy that on Instagram that takes kids' sleeping bags and turns them into jackets? Like puffy winter jackets? First off, they're amazing. Like they look like hip hop jackets, and the way he designs them, like the way he takes them apart and makes them into jackets, they look like they were meant to be jackets.
Oh, that's incredible.
It is absolute. Like he'll take ones from Disney, Batman Forever, all this kind of stuff. And all I see here is a Catwoman jacket that I do not own.
Oh shit. That'd be amazing.
Because I would love that. And
you see that right there? That's hip hop.
That's hip hop. That's hip hop. Like even if we take a look at this Terminator 2 and Wolverine, this classic Jim Lee Wolverine sleeping bag. Like these would all be amazing, right? So
that would be incredible.
I would absolutely send it to him and pay him like, here's $200. Make me the jacket, please. And I would be the coolest dude ever. I'd be the coolest dude in my apartment building for sure.
I mean, I know it doesn't count, but I got a 97 FAO Schwartz that's Star Wars focused from 1997.
Look at that. Hang on. Keep that around because we're eventually going to make you big. I want to look at that art. It looks like Drew Struzan did a catalog cover.
It looks like he did.
That's incredible. God dang it. All right. Going to go to the next one. This is Dark Knight Collection. It's funny. It's advertising Dark Knight Collection, but there's also a mix of Toy Biz in here.
It's mostly Toy Biz. Yeah,
it's mostly Toy Biz. I actually don't even know. I think the stuff at the bottom is the only thing from the Dark Knight Collection.
Well, if you remember, they used for the Batmobile in the Kenner catalog for that year, they used the Toy Biz one, and they built a little canopy on it as like their image for their Batmobile.
It's kind of, which is funny because they took the Superpowers Batman and used that for their promo for Batman figures. But yeah, these are all Toy Biz figures, including that penguin. I find it really, really funny that they did that. But that's why I'm showing this one. This one's from the Battle Armor Dad collection. Dude, if you're okay, honestly, folks, if you're not
Yes.
following Battle Armor Dad on Instagram,
You need to.
And Twitter, you have to, because he's pulling stuff from catalogs. He's been like, I think what really caught my eye the first time was all the catalog pictures. Plus, he's got the Toy Fair catalog from Toy Biz for X-Men and Spider-Man, which has me just like envious as hell. I would love to have that. Yes, I do have some of the Kenner ones, but man, give me some of them Toy Biz ones. And again, here's some. First off, this Turtles Wacky Pop and Pool. If any of you had this,
cool. I didn't have that. I had the hockey one, the sewer hockey. And then I recently, a couple years back, I found one at a toy show and I bought it, but the stickers fell off of it. But I got one.
That was such a cool looking set too. But again, here's our favorite Batman Command Center. Here's the Robin in the Batcave as well. So all this beautiful stuff from Batman Returns. This is the first time we're going to see this Command Center, which was originally made for Dark Knight Collection, but then they just moved it over and waited and released it for Batman Returns. A little bit of history for you folks. Speaking of slot cars, Jay, this Batman Forever slot car set is something I now
for those slot cars.
Right. I think I need it. Again, there's Hydro Claw Robin. I just said Hydro Claw Spider-Man, but there's Hydro Claw Robin. That was the one that I got as my basic Robin because it was the closest thing we got at the time before that 2-pack.
Yep, before that 2-pack, it was the closest thing.
The closest thing.
It was so. I just remember going to Toys R Us and being so pissed. I was like, I just want
Robin.
Fucking normal Robin.
Same here. And get this. This one doesn't even come with a cape. I had to make a cape.
Yes. Some bullshit.
But you know what? I still love that figure. To this day, I still love that figure. And I love the art on the packaging for Hydro Claw.
The art is incredible. I don't know if you watched the full thing. I got all these card backs and some of the Batman Forever stuff was in there. And that art is fantastic. It's
so good. It is. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin have some of the nicest package art around. But again, amazing stuff for Batman Forever. And plus the Batman Forever logo is still my favorite movie logo with the bat symbol in the question mark.
That's a good one.
Favorite. That's why I snuck it into Batman v Superman. I
claim to fame.
Claim to fame. And here we go. Here's the last time we see the Batman Command Center. I didn't understand why they kept reusing this command center when the figures got bigger and got plastic tapes. Because how the hell do you sit them in the chair? And how do you put them into the quick flip switch? What is it? Just like the suit up area where you turn it around and he's dressed up as Batman. Like, I don't understand how that worked. Again, though, these figures are super fun. I thought the movie does not do these toys justice. But what's great is that we're getting the movie figures we've always wanted. Now, here's another Christmas idea for you folks. Going to drop this one in here because we are now over an hour. We like to keep it tight to an hour. If you pre-order those Batman and Robin figures now from Amazon or from McFarlane directly, you will get them before Christmas. So if you've got that Batman fan in their life who loves the camp, loves the cheese, appreciates the movie just for what it is, you can get those figures and still get them in time for Christmas. They'll be coming to your door the first week of December. I bet you they'll be in the stores before that. So be sure to check those out. It's a quick.
Boom.
Look, Todd's not even paying me. Okay, and then we're back to the beginning. Oh, there we go. And one more. So I wanted to put this one up here as well. This one's from 1998. This is from my first Christmas time working at Sears in their toy department. And I remember these figures coming out and me buying them all. The Creeper, Batman. Some of these ones I never found. This letter B one. This I I want it so bad now that I'm looking at it. It's a winter themed Batman. He's in fluorescent orange, and he's on a sled. He's on one of those, like, fuck, what's that Olympic sport called where you toboggan down the hill?
The luge.
He's on a luge. He's on a bat luge, Jay. He's on a bat luge. And there's my favorite Batman, shirtless Batman from Ninja Force.
Also a previous video. Go check it out.
Also a previous video, also the same one. Let's go back to your category.
Yeah, I guess I will close out mine.
All right.
So the earliest I have is 93. So I don't have 92, unfortunately.
Oh, it might be in there still.
Or
did you look already? Did you already
look like it? So we've got some heavy hitters though. We've got the animated series Batmobile.
Yes.
Which I think it was only that first kind of run. Oops, hold on, I gotta make this big. There we go. Yeah. So animated series Batmobile. We also have the Aliens evac fighter.
That's cool. It's taking everything. It's taking every power I have in my body to not start buying these Kenner Aliens figures.
You need to. It's so cheap. Just do it.
They are cheap. They were all at Treehouse Collectibles out in East York, Toronto area. And gosh dang it. And then all of a sudden, because Steve 3, he might have already stopped watching. He might be like, screw these dorks. His wife showed up at, didn't show up. She came. She was there with the rest of us. She was at Paul's fundraising party, and she went as Ripley. And then seeing that had me like, oh my God, I need to buy these Kenner toys.
Yes, you do, because it's so cheap.
They're so good.
Get them now while they're cheap.
But
you know what's not cheap? It hasn't been for a while. Is this Jurassic Park Jungle Explorer, the Ford Explorer. Only $14.99 originally, but this is a tough one to find complete for not super expensive.
Right.
I slowly pieced mine together. I found one without this thingy and without the bullets, and I've slowly found the parts to complete it.
Dude, you got to Jacob Walsh that shit and get it in the box.
Yeah, I don't play that way. But
he also doesn't have kids, but
yeah, exactly. I had the Skull Mountain play set. I don't have it now. I do want this one though. I've almost bought it a few times. Crash Dummies, one of my favorite toy lines of all time.
I got a few of them on the shelf because I also think that line is super fun and ridiculous.
Like just so good.
This bastard. You get Colonial Marine armor too.
And the biggest disappointment in the history of toys.
Dude, $50.
And I remember it, and people said, no, it wasn't a Toys R Us exclusive. There's your F right there. Sold only at Toys R Us. $50 in 1992, which has to be $100.
Yeah.
I thought I was finally getting Iceman, which you couldn't fucking find. Like all these fucking figures. I was like, perfect. Nope. They're all glued and have like extra pegs that locks them into this stand. They're not to play with. It's just to look at.
What a shame, because
fuck this fucking set.
What a shame, because that's everyone you could want. Really? Like if you were like, I need X-Men, I don't have any X-Men, I'm a kid who loves X-Men. This is like the set.
Yep.
Denied.
Yeah. Well, I got see adjusted for inflation. Holy shit. Let's just see. $50.
Okay. Think about what 10 figures are. Think about what 10 Marvel Legends cost now though, too.
Okay, but this is Toy Biz. You could buy all these figures right now, mint on card for a nickel.
Okay, 25 cents. Give it some credit.
All right, adjusting for inflation.
25 cents American.
$109.
Because you could get all those figures now separately on card for under 100.
Easily. If not for $25 tops.
I'm trying to think
what out of this is the most expensive today? Like Like maybe Professor X.
Professor X, maybe that Wolverine.
Yeah. But I've
that Cyclops has got to be. He's $5. He's $5. Iceman, $5.
Yep.
Archangel, $2.
Yeah.
Right. Let's scroll down. Juggernaut, $5.
If that.
If
This is the
that-
this is the second version,
That's
right?
the
Is this
first
the
one.
first one?
That's the
Okay.
one. So it's a maybe $5. That Sabretooth, $2.
If that.
Right. You're right. That's Sauron.
Yeah, Sauron.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
$2.
say $2. Yeah, that Magneto, $2 for sure.
Yeah. And skinny
Skinny Apocalypse, $2.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, he's a 2. He's in your dollar bin for sure. I think all those villains outside of Juggernaut, maybe Juggernaut. Juggernaut might be $5.
2, 4, 6, 8, $12.
Yeah. $12 just for the bottom row. I think actually $12 for the bottom row seems correct.
Okay.
Right? If you were going to do a toy show today.
Sure.
Right?
Okay, $12.
And the top row,
5.
maybe $2.
2, so was that 6, 7?
Maybe $1. I'm gonna be honest, like with that Cyclops, because again,
yeah, that's like especially this one.
If it was Cyclops 2, which was the one that looked like the Jim Lee one, I would say that's $5, maybe $10, because that one's been a little harder to find.
10's pushing it, but okay.
But that's what I mean. 10's pushing it, but maybe. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right? Like, are you?
But
feeling
this ain't that one. So $5, $6, $7.
Yep.
Professor X.
5.
So we're at 12.
Maybe Wolverine might be 5, just because it's that Wolverine.
Okay, 17.
And like $1.
18 plus 12. So that's $30. $30 for all this.
Which is less than what that is now, like what it was then. Really, after even with the inflation, right? So
trash.
Some stuff just, and again, that's if you're buying them single and they're articulate.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's oof.
Oof. All right.
That's rough. Well, that's rough.
Here, we got some TNG.
Again, the transporter, all that kind of stuff. Great play sets, great toys.
Oh, Toon Turtles. Toon Turtles, I love.
$3.99 each.
Give me them Toon Turtles.
If I was going to take anything off that page that wasn't the transporter, it would be that Technodrome Scout vehicle.
Yeah, I have this one. This is a fun little vehicle.
I like those little vehicles.
Yeah,
I was kind of hoping they were going to do more of this kind of stuff for Mutant Mayhem, which they still might.
Yeah, they might.
They still might. Maybe if my co-host dressed nicely to a business convention, they could have gone behind the door and looked at it.
I guess some I had this big Rex. Somebody got me that for Christmas one year.
That's not Godzilla.
I didn't have this stretch. This is the beginning of G.I. Joe bringing back 12-inch scale G.I. Joes.
Yeah, that failed pretty miserable.
But it hung around for. I was just pissed. I was like, why are you doing this? Real American Hero's perfect. What are you doing?
It? Do you think? Because at this point too, you got to remember Toy Biz. No, not yet. So this was 93. In like 2 more years, Toy Biz was going to start releasing Mego-styled Marvel Universe figures.
Yeah.
And
I always felt like this was like, oh, you gotta reinvigorate the olds or something. I was like, this ain't my G.I. Joe.
But like again, like we don't know because again, but they're trying to tap into a nostalgia that wasn't ours.
Yeah.
Right. So.
And that's it for
Super
toys.
Nintendo.
Yeah, we got Super
Mortal
Nintendo.
Kombat. Oh, what a time to be alive.
Some Game Boy, I was a Genesis kid. I was Genesis. I was not Super Nintendo.
Oh, poor you.
Genesis was great. What are you talking about?
No, Genesis is great.
All right, and then this art you were. Let's see if we can find.
First off, that's amazing. Can you please scan that for me?
We got. Hold on.
Look at that Leia, man. Like she looks like what novel is like.
Does anyone know whose artist sign that is? But yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Sorry, put it back up there.
Sorry, there we go.
Make it still. K plus. I saw it. Forlom to Zuckus. Jake Stevens is in the chat here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? You would know. If anyone should know, it should be you in this chat. If you come on, Jake Stevens.
But I feel like I had some version of this, and I would just oogle over the really expensive stuff.
What consists of really expensive?
I don't know, just
FAO short. Whoa, like this?
Like, look at this. $625.
Rich people toys.
Yeah, this is the thing that would be like on one of those.
This is like a
QVC.
sideshow. This is like sideshow collectibles of the 93.
Like, look at this shit. Sebastian Shaw. I still had his eyebrows.
Sebastian Shaw?
Is that his name? What is his name?
Isn't that my thinking? Why am I thinking that's Bucky?
Maybe. I don't fucking know. That's whatever the fuck his name is.
Welcome to Gotham City Tonight, where now Jay does it.
We got some 12-inch.
Again, those are great. I have the Princess Leia Power of the Force 12-inch, and it's kind of opened this door of like, do I want more of these 12-inch figures from the 90s? Because there is a charm to them that I love. And go ahead.
Let's talk about like, this was the dream as a kid.
Right, the saber hilts.
Fucking signed Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. An exceedingly special edition signed by the actor who played Luke in the trilogy, Mark Hamill. Only 1,000 will be signed, and FAO Schwartz is quite fortunate to have 125 pieces of the entire edition. $450, which has to be like $1,000 in today's money.
That's insane. But that stuff was so rare.
Yeah, absolutely. You could just go fuck. You can get a replica Graflex Luke saber. Right.
Also, this is something I need to get into as well. Something I've been wanting to do as a Star Wars collector. Those porcelain cookie jars and those like old ceramic coffee mugs.
Stunning. It's stunning.
I would love to start getting into those. I think I love that stuff. Like when the Applause would make those like ceramic Gormurian guards, porcelain mugs. Hook me up. Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. Also, be sure to go follow her on Instagram and go watch her shorts on YouTube as well. Killian Plunkett was the cover artist.
Oh, there you go. Killian Plunkett.
Right. Thank you for that.
Obi-Wan's hilt is my favorite. That's why I do have the...
Oh, Sebastian Stan is Bucky. Everyone sounds the same.
Yeah, Sebastian Stan, but what's Bernard Shaw? Who's the fucking...
I think you're right. Sebastian Shaw. Yeah.
Doell.
Dude, that's for me. That actually looks pretty good. I kind of like that.
Wolverine desk set. Like, I love how they're saying like, oh wait, this is for your desk. Oh, it's one of the claws is a motherfucking pin.
Dude, imagine being a lawyer,
right?
And then pulling out a claw and being like, God, like, dude, we failed. Like at life. When you think about it, like we failed. Like we
$90 for your own.
I gotta find this. This has to still exist. Someone has to have this.
Right? This is on eBay somewhere.
Right? Wolverine desk set. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Desk set. Oh, it just gives me like modern things like, check out this laptop. What year is that? 90?
This is 97. This is the 97 FAO collectibles.
97 was a fun year.
Yeah, geez. That 97 was when shit started to get real. Like they finally started making nerd shit that was fancy.
Right? Wolverine desk set 19. Now I'm just getting Wolverine 97 stuff. Nothing. I just Googled it under images. There's nothing. Holy shit. What is that?
Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, well, there's our Toy Biz.
Yeah.
Right? Our Cyborg Spider-Man. I have that figure on card. I love it.
Spawn. And then, but this Terminator 2 and like, what is this
Endoskeleton,
from?
and RoboCop.
$25?
Not a machine.
I missed these. These are cool.
Yeah, I like that RoboCop. There's something weird about it. It looks
it's like
totally not like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Oh, because the chest comes off. That's why it looks weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
But I also find that cool that you could take it apart. I think RoboCop is such an underutilized toy line.
Agreed. NECA's tapping into it a little bit, but yeah, 100%.
Yeah, with the build a dude, the Beatles. Oh, by the way, hang on, folks. I want to give Jay's Patreon a plug. Geek Dad Life Patreon a plug. Craig was the guest last week or this week.
Yeah.
This past Sunday. And he stayed for After Dark. And they got into like this really awesome Beatles conversation because again, Geek Dad Life is not like After Dark is not. It's just a couple of dudes chilling.
Yes, it's a hang. That is the GDL hang.
They'll talk. The closest they get to toy talk on that show is going to be the pickups. And you guys got into like a really good Beatles conversation. If you really just want to like just a fun conversation to listen to, bang, that is it. And that's worth your $5 right there, that conversation. So I just want to give you guys a shout out for that. I told Craig too that I really enjoyed that segment.
Both Craig and I are big Beatles fans, so that I enjoyed it because I haven't like had anybody to talk about that with. Like even at work, I was like, "Hey, listen to the new Beatles song." They're like, "Fuck you," and I'm like, "Fine, whatever." So it was nice.
I haven't watched that yet either, though. But I like the other documentary; it was so good.
I mean, the Lost in Space robot, I thought was the coolest fucking thing ever. B9.
It still is. Still one of the best designed robots of all time. Whoa, what is that?
G.I. Joe shit. Like this again, this is like that whole let's bring back the 12-inch shit. I don't give two shits about any of this.
But again, take a look at who this catalog like is for. Like there's some stuff
it's for the people that were our age in 1997. So this is a bunch of boomers like, hey, the toys you loved as a kid.
I like how you're mocking that. And yet that's exactly what we do.
Like this shit. My dad, there was a Hot Wheels set that was this dragster and another one, and he got me that. He thought it was the coolest fucking shit. But anyways,
that is super cool.
We don't want to show that. Oh, we got some. There we go. Some sports stuff. Little Penny Hardaway.
Ooh, those are kind of fun.
Yeah.
Those are. I don't know. Again,
premium teddy bears.
I dig it.
And
pens. Right? Do you want to do accounting but fun?
Oh, hey, look at the answer was here in the book, and Allison Choi was correct. A dynamic artwork of Killian Plunkett has thrilled comics fans for years. The Irish artist earned his reputation illustrating Dark Horse comics such as Aliens, Labyrinth, Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire, and the Mask movie adaptation, as well as DC Comics' The Unnamed Soldier. This fall, Killian's unique vision will be discovered by a new audience with the publication of 2 Disney Funworks Star Wars Cruise Along books, which combine children's books and toys in a single package. Plunkett's next comics project is The Eighth Wonder, which Dark Horse will release this November.
Dude, first off, when is Allison ever wrong? It seems like
true.
She has like so much knowledge. It's incredible. But Quip found the Wolverine desk set, so I'm gonna have to go back to the Discord.
Oh shit!
After and check it out. Hopefully nobody snipes me.
Yeah, don't snipe it from Doell. Don't. Oh my god, there's like a whole nother thing on. I wouldn't have time for this. Colleen's upstairs, she's probably pissed. Like, you said you'd be done at 11. I didn't realize there's like another side of this on here.
Whoa, with premium Barbies, dude.
So like doll shit.
Dude, we're gonna have to do this again on your channel. And we're just have to go through like the pink aisle stuff. We should dissect all these.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Incredible. Awesome. All right, I'll let you fix your camera. Right now, I'm gonna say, hey, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for hanging out. We did go well over an hour, like we always tend to now, more and more often.
Oh
Even with toy anxiety, we're doing it more and more often. But yes, you can find me on Tuesday nights on Toy Anxiety. We have a Patreon there as well with the Yes Have Some podcast. We don't have one set up for here yet. I want to do what Jay did. I want to wait till we've got enough subscribers, and then we'll do that. It might take a few years to get there, but who knows?
Wait, what do you need? If you a Patreon, what do you need to get a Patreon?
I don't know. I haven't come up with a goal yet.
Oh,
I still haven't really set up the memberships here properly yet, but we got, as you can see, we are monetized. So thank you, everyone. And thank you for all your generosity tonight with the super chats.
Make yourself big. I don't want to be the big one. Make yourself the big. I don't want to.
Oh, sorry. I think
feel
it's
like
funny.
I have an ego or something. There we go. Whew.
There we go. And then, and Jay, you can find Jay on Geek Dad Life and Geek Dad Life 2, Geek Dad Life 1, or just Geek Dad Life Prime. You can find him on there. You can find him every Sunday night doing Toy Geeks with John or a special guest, depending. John's a very, very busy man.
Yeah, I think John's done the rest of the year, so we're gonna have guest hosts the rest of the way. This Sunday, Kyle from Super 7 will be our guest host. He was your guest last week. Or yesterday. Shit. Yesterday.
He's gonna make those rounds. Like, let's face it, the dude should be stoked to go on shows and brag about that Rat King.
Listen, he sent me the image that day, and he was like, "So am I redeemed?" And I was like, "Yes, you are redeemed." And he was like, and I was like, "I love that you included the boy band head sculpt. I love that you kept it in there." And he was like, "Really?" Like, what? I was like, and I was like, "Fuck the haters." It was like, "Weren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck me. Just fucking leave it in there."
See, I actually like that figure from the get-go, but now that he's kept it, I have to buy it.
Yeah.
I now have to put my money where my mouth is. So I do have to buy it.
Agreed.
But now I also want that Slam Dunk and Donnie to go with that rapper Mikey.
Of course, you need it.
They just look
so
cool.
You need this.
So what else do you do on Geek Dad Life Prime now that you do toy reviews and stuff on Geek Dad Life?
Well, the reviews will still be Prime. GDL2 is just live streams, really, or other random shit. But GDL Prime is Toy Geeks on Sunday, and when I have time to do a proper, edited, thought out review, GDL Prime.
That's awesome.
And maybe other things in the future, but I don't have anything on that horizon.
Well, one thing we're going to have to do before Christmas is go through these catalogs again.
Yes.
And let's call it catalog commentary.
Ooh, I'm a sucker for alliteration.
So we're going to put a pin in this. We're going to start it off on we're gonna kick it off here tonight with catalog commentary, and then we're gonna continue it on Geek Dad Life on another night.
Boom.
When Jay says, "Hey, you want to do a catalog commentary?" and I will say, "Yes, sir," and I will come on and we'll have some fun doing it. So until then, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for hanging out, and again, thank you for everyone for the super chats as well. Again, I super appreciate all the generosity. And I will see you on Tuesday, and I will see you next week on Gotham City Tonight. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.